here live and direct again to discuss, of course, the pertinent issues and the revelations unveiling are very dangerous and honestly, uh, revelations surrounding the Chicago State University certificate that was released to the legal counsels to Atiku Abubakar, who is prosecuting and the legitimacy of the substantive president of Nigeria. And all the efforts by the legal counsel to Tinubu are felt, of course, proved abortive to stop the release of this document to Atiku. Finally, Judge Nancy, of course, ruled out those appeal, and today history has been made. Those documents are before, of course, the public domain, and revelations as people study and underscore the details of this is quite very shocking and poses a very dangerous to the image, public reputation of an average Nigerian masses. And of course, Nigeria as a state is the worst and the most controversial experience indeed. Of course, we are experiencing today, and we await more revelations as the legal counsels continue to study the happenings here. Yes, madam, good morning. Just tell us, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Good morning, Nigerians.
Good morning. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Just tell us what you feel about the Nigerian state, and just Independence Day was just observed a few days ago.
The Independence Day that was a few days ago, Nigeria is not moving forward. We're not going anywhere because this is just so expensive. Just imagine a bag of rice, almost 40,000 to 50. High strength, wahala, transportation. Within the government, the president should help us to amend things. At least let everything be okay. So both poor and rich should be happy. Because for instance, the NEPA bill that they are giving us is crazy. And transport, salary is not increased. And I know they announced yesterday that they will increase salary with 70%. I don't understand, but I should keep to their promises.
But are you a government worker?
I'm not a government worker, but my siblings, they are working.
They are working.
Yeah.
And you expect them to have such increment, right?
Yes, because the salary is not reaching anywhere at all.
But don't you think the salary or the supposed increment, wage, or whatever they call it, that will last just for 6 months, will also affect possibly a loaf of bread might become 2,500, because those who will not be paid such money will also want to increase their own, of course, goods and services.
What I'm saying, they should make things to be normal, because right now bag of flour is 40,000, 40 plus. Sugar is no go area.
When last do you buy a bag of rice, or do you went?
No, I said rice. I priced it was almost 40,000 naira now.
When?
That was last week.
Last week?
Yes.
I think you should go back. A bag of rice, the long one is 53,000.
And that means they have added money again, just between a short time. So government should also try and make everything okay. Look at dollar now. Our naira is just useless in front of the dollar. They're not helping us at all. They should open border, let us enter Nigeria. Let both poor and rich be happy.
But the president you asked to help you is also passing his own challenge.
I know it's not easy for him.
His challenge is that his certificate is being questioned, and there have been challenges over this certificate saga involving, of course, the government that this is not the right one and this is the right one. Do you think the president will have time to fix the nagging issues?
I don't know. You should try. If the certificate is query, that means there is something. That means he's not qualified to be there. So the right person be there. Because, for instance, this election self, we don't even understand the election. Because it's not the person who vote for that is there. So we should try and amend things. Let everything be okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your submission. Let everything be okay. Now we have Mr. Dan Michael. Mr. Dan, good morning. You're welcome. According to the lady, said let everything be okay. The person she voted for is not the person that is there. Well, I think we leave that for the Supreme Court to decide. Yeah, good morning, comrade.
Good morning. And good morning, viewers.
Yes, sir, we are here today, of course, to discuss over the Chicago State University certificate release and the disparity between the purported one that was submitted by the incumbent president at the INEC during the process of submitting this certificates. We are not, of course, intending with the one that was released. Of course, both the font, the size, and that one that Tinubu released, he reads Bachelor in Science, Bachelor of Science, Business and Administration. While that's from the Chicago State University, reads Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, the one that was issued in 1979. So there is disparity both in the, of course, in the gender, and the logo there was two hands that was joined together, but this one was just a star in place of the logo that was issued by authentic one by the Chicago State University. What do you foresee with this all these revelations about the Nigerian public perception within the community of nations?
Thank you. I think from the documents released so far, I think it's not good for the image of the president. It's an embarrassment to the presidency as a whole, headed by current president Ashwadi Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for us to have discrepancies between what is submitted to Independent Electoral Commission (INEC) and what the Chicago State University has just released. For us to even have any form of disparity, I think basically it's an embarrassment to the president, and I think it's an embarrassment to all Nigerians.
How do you feel generally, of course, as a Nigerian, being trapped in this, will I say, a very dangerous experience? What is the function of the DSS and the other, of course, security agencies who should have, of course, nipped this at the board? Is it that they are not living up to their responsibilities, or could it be, of course, a failure of the entire system?
For a man that has been in government as far back as 1999, he was a former governor of Lagos State, and I believe they submitted those documents even as far back as 10. Just as you said, the security agencies that are saddled with responsibility of cross-checking and confirming such documents clearly has failed in their responsibility. They ought to have nipped it in the bud, just as you said, at that level. But today, the same man is the president of our nation, and this latest development has embarrassed us as a people.
Honestly, don't just get us wrong. We are just analyzing, of course, based on the reports available to the public. We're just giving analysis of the in-depth happenings here. So you shouldn't blame us. We are not Judge Nancy, of course, who released the result after third attempt by the legal counsels of Tinubu to forestall this move, but unfortunately failed. Could it mean that indeed there was something they are trying to cover up with all, of course, energy available to them, but unfortunately they failed to do such? And what does that portend to, of course, electoral process and governance in general?
I think it is clear that some agencies of government are not doing their job. Agencies of government that have been saddled with that responsibility of verifying and confirming every document submitted during the electoral process has failed to do their due diligence, and they are part of the people that has brought this embarrassment on our nation. I think going forward, agencies of government should be alive to their responsibilities, and those that have been given that responsibility to verify and certify documentations. And I think INEC also has a lot of blame. I believe they have, or they should have, I don't know what they have anyway, they should have a department that verifies or documentations and all of that, not just about people submitting documents to them as an electoral body. I don't know if they have any of such, or the entire responsibility has been given to security agencies to do the screening in terms of verifying such documents. But be that as it may, whoever is responsible for those verifications must be alive, and that's the point. Now going forward, people must also be punished for not doing their jobs. We should be able to know the people that were given that assignment in terms of verifying all these documents, and they should be sanctioned appropriately.
And being that, what is the legal angle to this, especially in Nigeria, being that such document was submitted under oath, and which could be seen or considered to be a perjury. So, could such, of course, law be called up at this time, being that he is the president and enjoys immunity in his of office? Could they prosecute such uh, being found guilty?
Just as you have said, he has been sworn in as the president. He is the president now. He enjoys immunity, as we know. Um, Legally speaking, I believe Atiku Abubakar that has sought for those documents knows what to do. Don't forget the matters before the Supreme Court at the moment, and perhaps if such documentation can still be tendered at that level to press home their points and all of that. So I believe it's the legal team of Atiku Abubakar knows what exactly to do with the information or with the development that we're having now in terms of using it to buttress their points in the courts. So we look forward to them doing that. These are senior advocates. These are senior lawyers. I believe they know what to do.
For morality's sake and the conscience, do you think that the president would have tendered resignation before now? Seems that or a tender apology to Nigerians before such revelations came to this very devastating level.
I think I'm not aware of any official statement from the president or from presidency since those documents were released. I think I look forward to seeing that first, to know how the handlers of the president will respond to these latest developments. Then we will know their disposition to the latest information we are having about the disparity that we're having in the president's documents.
Lastly, of course, some say that it's just a typographical error, but the Chicago University couldn't commit such blunder because it is just a replica of all the documents that were submitted in 1979. So that could not be different. So if there is an error, then the error would have spanned through all the documents that was or certificate that was issued. Now they can make error in the emblem and in the logo, in the font, and of course in the gender, and that of course brings us to the point of asking, why is Nigerian system so corrupt, endemically corrupt, and without being checked? Why?
The Nigerian system, I mean, to a large extent, gives room for a lot of corruption. It allows people to manipulate and bypass the law most of the time. It allows people to take advantage of even vacuums in our laws and all of that. So it's an endemic issue, just as you have said, and we don't expect foreigners to come and clean it up for us. We've got a job to do, and it has to be addressed by we Nigerians. And see, the truth is the tendency to be corrupt is in every society, and that's the truth. But the system that is in place is what checkmates such tendencies and puts everybody exactly an excesses and put everybody in check and put everybody in line. So it is the system, agencies of government that has that responsibility that must come alive and ensure that, see, there mustn't be any sacred cow when offenses are committed, and that is why we don't see notable results in terms of fight against corruption and all of that, because there are sacred cows. When you make certain categories of individuals untouchables, people that cannot be questioned, people that cannot be asked, you don't build societies in that way. The law must be seen to be applicable to all, regardless of status. And that is when society begins to shapen up in terms of decency and begin to jettison corruptions and corrupt tendencies and all of that. But the moment there is weakness in institutions that are meant to address corrupt tendencies and corruption in general, then you can't see much in terms of such a society being free from corruption.
Of course, less is left to be desired. Honestly, thank you so much. And finally, you say that the people will clean up this mess, not the foreigners. But do you expect Nigerians to protest against these revelations and demand for resignation of the president if found guilty, regardless of whatever position the Supreme Court might possibly share? Because people have expressed dissatisfaction or confidence in the judicial process. Possibly they may have a way to navigate through, but do you see people standing up to ensure that the possible cleanup is being, of course, enforced, regardless of the position of the Supreme Court?
Of course, Nigerians has every right to do so if they feel it is part of their fundamental right to express their view and displeasure, in this case, about what has happened in terms of disparity between what the president submitted to INEC and what Chicago State University released. So it is a right if Nigerians feel so, they have every right to such protests and lend their voice and express themselves about their displeasure or otherwise, because, and I needed to put that straight, otherwise, in terms of the fact that don't be surprised that there could be groups that will equally converge in support of the president
Being sponsored, right?
I don't know the sponsorship, but I know he has supporters, he has admirers, he has sympathizers,
Even
he has apologists.
even in such a blunder,
Exactly.
when such blunder has been established,
You can't rule that out. Over 1 billion people were ready to march for Abacha in this same country in the 90s, in spite of how we perceived Abacha to be. So, I mean, no matter how good or bad you are, you have your people, and that is the truth. So, it's a right, as I said, whether for or against. People have right to express themselves peacefully, though, in terms of ventilating their feelings about the recent development.
Thank you so much, Comrade, for this wonderful submission this morning. I do appreciate your time and the submission. Thank you so much. Yes, you can listen to the esteemed Comrade for his wonderful submissions. I welcome you, Henry Obas Obasuyi. Good morning. Of course, Andrew, Mr. Andrew, good morning. Mr. Tony, good morning. And everyone watching us, wherever you might be watching us, let's hear what is your own, of course, perspective regarding this ongoing controversial circumstances surrounding the release of the Chicago State University and what you have observed, of course, from this certificate saga, so to say. And I hope the president is here to address the masses on this regarding this issue. You are most welcome, Mr. Nii. What we are seeing today, was it much anticipated?
What am I seeing that I've not seen before?
No, regarding the first citizen of the federation, in indulging in such, will I say, ridiculous experience or issue, bordering on his
what
certificate.
is ridiculous? What is it?
No, I mean, have you studied the list of the Chicago State University?
And what about it? What about it?
Have you compared the disparity observed
What
from
disparity?
the
What
different
disparity are you talking
certificates?
about? What disparity are you talking about? Why are you jumping the gun?
No, if have you observed it?
Why are you jumping the gun? And why are you crying more than the bereaved?
We are here to express and analyze based on the provisions, information available to the public. Haven't gone through it. I observed, of course, and millions observed there are disparity in terms
What
of
disparity?
the logo.
I needed to mention the disparity.
The logo in Chicago State
Is
University
it the logo?
was two hands that were joined together, but this one was just a triangle that was used in place of
As a
that.
matter of fact, they said that it is three. It is three discrepancies in the seal. But they said the seal, the stamp.
Okay.
Right? They said the stamp has three variants. Right? But the signatories for two are the same. Why one is not the same? One differs. Now,
So okay, you have even observed it yourself.
I am even expanding your discrepancies that you have failed to see.
Okay.
You see, Nigerians, someone like Chigozie and whoever that is supporting maybe Atiku. Well, for those who are actually out there today making noise, truly Obi's fans. So my question to you is is Atiku working on your behalf? Or do you think Atiku is doing this for Obi to come in? How delusional and how unreasonable and insensible some of you are.
Are you saying that you are justifying the saga observed or the forgery,
First and
reported
foremost,
forgery, regardless of whosoever is
first and
involved?
foremost, I want to call everybody's attention
To what?
First and foremost, who is your principal? Who are you supporting? It is highest level absurdity and carelessness for you as an obedient to be happy that article is a court challenging the certificate, which by the way is genuine, which by the way today there will be a deposition to further clarify whatever discrepancies that you have decided to believe, because of course I cannot compare you to believe what I believe. You will always end up believe what you want to believe.
But you mentioned that,
But you see,
you have also observed
listen,
some discrepancy. This
Listen,
is not in tandem with the original certificate that was issued by Chicago in 1979.
Let me tell you something.
We are all here.
Let me tell you something. Chico said you are a graduate.
Elaborate.
You are a graduate. Peradventure, you lost your certificate, whatever, and you decided to recover another certificate. I can, tell you that those that signed for your certificate, even just 5-6 years ago, might not be the ones that will sign today. And I can tell you that the school, for whatever reasons, might decide to change their seal, the design of their seal. They can decide to upgrade it. Now, this are what? Commonalities that we see in institutions.
And alter the original, of course, signatory to those such certificates
Listen.
and the logo
Listen, like I said,
that he bears before.
like I said,
Instead of replicating the same certificate,
What is the second mind?
what the school should do is to replicate my certificate, my original certificate, not to redesign the font, design the logo. Everything is upward.
Listen, Mr. Chigozie, whatever certificate you get after the initial original certificate becomes a what? Becomes let me call it it's not original. All right? It can never, because the what? The institution will never keep the original. They will only make a copy of it, which does not signal the initial original. Because
the same details is intact. The most intact. Are you aware of that?
But have you not been
the same details can never be altered under any given circumstance.
I am not speaking Spanish.
I'm with you. And the audience are there to listen.
The institution will issue you a certificate. The signatures on major occasions will be different.
Don't say major because I disagree with you.
Now listen,
I've not heard that.
Let me tell you something. If peradventure you lost your certificate and you realize that you find a need for it in the next 20 years, the signatories for those who signed for you 20 years ago might have resigned. They might have left. They might have moved on. So many things could have happened to them. So are you telling me that you go look for those guys who signed for you initially to come down and resign, all because you didn't want to have an issue?
Okay. One of the president or vice chancellor said he's going to prosecute Tinubu for such a forgery or impersonation.
Listen, you cannot just keep misleading. I think they actually enjoy the way you mislead them, by the way. But you cannot just keep misleading yourself. You can deceive everybody, but you cannot deceive yourself, Mr. Chigozie.
Exactly, that applies to you the same way. That applies to the people you are thinking you are misleading have better information than you.
I just gave you a very basic.
Are you aware of that?
I just gave you a basic.
The masses,
I just gave you
better access to more information.
A basic situation whereby you just need to apply your common sense. I said, for adventure now, your son lost his birth certificate. Then you need to get an affidavit, or you find a way to get another one. Those who signed your son's certificate as at 10-20 years ago might have left. All right, but whoever is on seat now will be the one that will sign that certificate to authenticate it. Does that mean that certificate you just collected now is fake? Of course, absolutely no. You see, listen, until we begin to apply common sense, now I heard of what has common sense to do with you want to believe
with forgery. Even that of the gender is seen to be a female.
Oh, you did not see the admission letter where they said, from dear Mr. BAT. You did not see that. Perhaps your eyes,
Mr. BAT representing what?
Perhaps Mr. What does Mr. means?
What is the full meaning of BAT?
Do you use Mr. for female? The contention here right now as we speak, is what you said it's a Mrs. Now, the admission letter clearly states, dear Mr. Bola. Now, you didn't see that part, right? Now,
you are somehow trying to hold brave for, of course, the president, and possibly there could be several letters flying, of course, across. Well, let's watch.
But you see, this certificate of a thing is totally a sham.
Okay.
This certificate of a thing is totally a waste of time.
A waste of time.
But let me tell you, I'm not surprised that
it was taken under oath, which is amounts to perjury.
In a couple of hours, someone from CSU will give a deposition, probably on one of the documents where they wrote female, or they ticked female or whatever. While he will explain what happened, Tinubu has explained that this was a clerical a mistake, but
it happened throughout his undergraduate days, and he could not detect that. Even during the final screening, during the final, of course, screening or final reconciliation, you are not able to dictate it.
Really?
Wow.
Listen,
So
the admission letter.
you are mistaking Chicago University to be a woman selling frying akara on the streets of Nigeria.
Admission letter given to Bola Ahmed openly is out there, clearly, vividly, explicitly wrote there.
So let me hear what this is. Mr. Lee is a blind supporter of Tinubu, being submitted by Mr. Andrew Ogunjimi.
No. I'm just being
We are a blind supporter of Tinubu.
I'm just being objective.
Okay.
You see, most of our people and most of our viewers are anti Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
No, and there's nothing anti about this. No, you don't support wickedness. You don't support forgery anywhere. As a woman, as a responsible citizen, you don't in any way condone or try to harbor any criminality.
I want to juxtapose what happens there to us, especially during the time of BVN and NIN. I mean, there are so many people today who are.
Chicago State University is not operational. It's not Nigerian factor. It's not a new one. Nigerian a new one.
Oh my goodness. Chigoze
It's not a university.
Will you ever overcome this your slavery mentality? Whereby you think
which you are exhibiting.
Why you think
Somebody has affirmed.
why you think Chicago University are not fallible? I think you need to actually wash off that mindset.
But not to that extent.
Chicago University, as at 1979, have not fully gone digitalized.
And so what?
As at 1979, as at 1970s,
As you are, can I ever mistake you to be a woman?
See, the problem
by observing your physical.
let me tell you something. Mr. Chigoze,
Any man see you now and call you a woman.
Mr. Chigoze,
The question is your bia and all that.
Mr. Chigoze,
No, tell us.
once people,
Any man see you now and call you a woman as you are.
one simple
And mistake you. Can somebody see me now and mistake me for a woman?
One simple question I have for you. One simple question I have for you. Have you ever wrongly got an alert from no one whom you don't know? Have you ever gotten a transfer that
You don't
know anything about it?
defending this man.
Mr.
Alert from
my money,
man.
but you don't know the source. Have you ever?
I have never.
You have never. What about
At all.
you, Mr. Lucky? Have you ever
About.
that got an alert that you don't know the source of it?
It's not
It's
not the first time. It's not the first time.
Have you heard?
So how will you?
Have you heard? Have you heard that?
Million.
No.
Is it good?
Answer that simple question. Have you heard?
Getting an alert is quite different from this
No.
document.
What I'm
the academic document.
what I'm trying to point out is mistakes are bound to happen.
But not in that magnitude. Let me tell you, mistakes are bound to happen not in the stamp, not in the signature, not in the font, not in the same gender. Any mistake.
I am the
Too many mistakes.
I am the guest.
Just
I am the
over one
I am the
certificate.
guest and you are seizing the mic. I don't understand.
No, I'm not seizing the mic, but we are interrupting. So you don't deceive
Mr. Chigoze, Mr. Chigoze,
You don't just insult the intelligence of my listener.
No, they are not intelligent, because if they are intelligent, they will understand that
What is
if I lost my certificate and over a long period of time, I go back to my institution, I don't expect those signatures as I came 20 years ago will still be at the institution.
And you change your gender, you change the font, you change the signatory.
It is very possible they
And
have
which
resigned.
the institution is disowning.
This thing is open. Common sense. Open a common sense.
God bless you. If the certificate is in the system, what they do is to print it, isn't it?
What are you saying?
See, that is it.
The truth is, majority of the people we have roaming the street of Lagos lack common sense. Okay? The majority of people,
Exactly, just like Waye.
Listen,
They will print out. Come,
Listen.
come over, sir.
no.
Come and educate me. I think.
No, he has nothing to say.
No,
Absolutely, he has nothing to say.
he has something to say. He has a
Whatever
voice.
he wants to say is absolute nonsense.
You can't. Why you say so? Why you say so? Why you say
Let me
so?
tell you why.
You can't.
He asked me a question.
No,
Let me tell you why.
Okay.
One, do you agree that it is only one person that keeps the original copy of any document?
And what does that
Answer down my simple question. Do you agree that it is only one person, the beneficiary, In issue of certificate, it's only one person that keeps the what? This original copy. Every other thing is duplicate. Do you understand?
Who
Do you
gets
agree
the
that?
copy? Who gets the
Uh-huh.
copy?
Do you understand? The owner, of course, the owner. The owner.
Yes.
Now,
Can the duplicate be different from the original?
listen now.
That is the question.
The original copy, which Bola Ahmed Tinubu had,
Yes.
got burnt.
God bonds. But you
I don't see I'm
Wait, wait, wait.
Let him talk. Let him talk. Let go. Listen, it is. Okay, you don't know the story.
What's
there? Is this your first time I'm hearing this story?
all these taboo stories that they're telling you?
God bless you.
You never heard about the story.
This is why I said whoever you call on board will not come here to speak objectively.
No, he's not against Tinubu. He's standing for justice. He's standing for fairness.
The question is, have you not lost any of your documents ever?
I have not.
Did you do affidavit for some of them?
Affidavit for what again?
What are you talking
Why
about?
don't have affidavit to go? Why don't have affidavit to go?
If there is affidavit, does it change the content of the
Someone says
certificate?
it's not common eventually.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. If you have a driver license,
Yes.
and you lost it,
Yes.
you want to replace it, I can tell you that
original one.
the person that signed, I'm not saying they will not give you another one,
Yes.
but the signatory
Yes.
can differ.
Why?
Are you saying
Why can you differ?
common sense now?
How do you differ?
The signatories, the people that signed, the director general, thank you so much, the director of, don't they resign? Don't they move on?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Neil. Let's give another people a
Are you saying
chance.
that's not the issue?
Okay, good morning, sir.
The question is, look at, let's take for instance our currency.
Yes.
There was a time that the currency of Nigeria on 100 notes, what we had there was Charles Soludo. There was a time on our currency, what we have there was Sanusi.
Because the due process was
Oh my goodness!
there.
Apply common sense
is
now.
not
What I'm telling you is
rocket
this.
science.
What I'm telling you is this. If you bring the 100
But this is
naira,
about
if you bring
individual.
the 100 naira that has Charles Soludo on it, and I spend it to you today, will you tell me you will not collect it because it doesn't have the sign?
No, that is a different. It is different.
It is not. It is not different in any form.
God bless you. No.
That is why it's a computer.
Yeah, God bless you.
All those are documents. All those are lost documents. You bring it out.
Google is there.
Yes, Google is there. That is why they make Google. Those people that make Google are not foolish. Sure, sir, they know what they are doing. Google it out. No matter anything you want to know about anything, Google it. You will bring it out.
Now, the argument is that if there is a mistake by Chicago State University, will the same mistake apply to the stamp that was given? The same font, the same, gender was different. So what kind of mistake are you telling us that he lost his certificate and went for another one? So they need to give him a different one.
That type of story. Sure, son, you are not deceive us because we are not kids. Because there are people that you deceive. All these two more baby. You understand? It's not us because we know what is happening. That is it. It's people that like bad government that want to follow bad government. They don't see what is happening in this country. Do you understand? We have been here in this country for so many years. Do you understand? The same thing happens to us. Same thing. The same people we still vote for. That is it. That is why I like the justice that is happening. What Atiku is doing, I like it. Look at everything now; it's expensive. The common man now cannot feed. Has 5 children or 6 children, he cannot feed. How much are they paying him salary? It will get to a time that some people will resign from their working place because they cannot pay them again. That is it. Look at the fraud that now that we have now. How much is that fraud now? Let it to 1,000. You that are staying in the first place, maybe like in Ireland, from there to here now to mainland to work. You go out 3,000-4,000. Yes, now you buy foodstuffs, everything to your family, buy something for yourself, and you eat. What is left? Your house rent is there for you to pay. So what else do you want to do? So that result, they are just using it just to deceive people. It don't have any result at all. Atiku himself has proven himself to all with all means to show himself that yes, that result is there. American people know. How can you go and carry somebody's results, somebody else's result, and pay that person, to say that it's your own result? See, anything you do in this life, no matter 10 years or 20 years, nemesis is there waiting for you. Every beginning has an end to it.
Every beginning has an end to it.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And do you believe that Nigerians will protest this certificate saga? It's been established.
Yes, what kind of
reasonable doubt.
yes, because I've been me myself, that I don't used to follow all this program before. I started following them, and I said that I want to see the end of it and see what will come out from it. And I'm seeing this the results of the last election. Everything is working in place for good. They thought that okay, fine. The other the other court that Tinubu thought that they could use money to buy. Now this last stage of court, it seems that it's not possible. It's affecting him. It's affecting him now himself.
Thank you so much.
He knows.
And we'll continue to thank you for your time and submission.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yes, so we have two esteemed comrades here. Comrade, you're welcome, sir. So we are just discussing about the release of the certificate. Before the release, there have been three serious attempts by the legal councils to frustrate the efforts of the judge Nancy to release this result. What do you think was behind the scene?
Anyway, my name is Lucky Yagun. I don't know Lagos, and I weep for this country and I cry for this country. When you say wahala, 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 see everywhere wahala, wahala, wahala. You see, Labour have disappointed themselves. Number one, Labour, where the whole masses was planning at least one time trust Labour. They disappointed themselves, not me.
Again and again.
Now, this was avenue. The masses will pour their anger to this government. That enough is enough. Enough of lies. Enough of deceit. Don't forget that Ganifa and me raised this issue. 2007, 1999. Want to fuck Tinubu, that is some brother, and they beg Ganifa and me to drop it. Don't forget that people has a lot of information concerning him. Now, as election came, we back at door, gave INEC fake result. INEC collect. At the end, after the election, Atiku, they declared Tinubu winner. Atiku said, okay, let me really find out whether this man submit the right result
or not
to INEC, yes or not.
Now let me stop there, sir. You have seen the release of the Chicago's university certificate and the disparity. What can you say about that? And INEC in question being the electoral empire.
I know Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We can do everything possible means to bribe his way to the podium. We know him is a master planner. He can plan anything. He can use any possible means to get there. Like I used to say, America need him. America can even do anything to cover him up because they need him under the umbrella of ECOWAS. I used to say that. So, and the problem Africa is having is America and the Western world. That's the problem Africa is having today. Because if they are open to us, all this problem wouldn't have happened.
Now it has happened that the certificate is released. It's seen that Tinubu is no longer in control of the judicial process of the US, contrary to what is happening here. So what do you foresee in the next coming days?
Of course, the American judiciary is quite independent from the government, unlike Nigeria, where the judiciary is 100% dependent on government. Whatever thing the president said, that is where our judiciary will stand for.
They can influence it.
They can influence it here, but they are overseas. They don't. Judiciary is independent, but yet at the end of the day, they all fight for the interest of America. Yes, whether judiciary, executive, and the legislature.
Excuse me, you said you saw.
I saw it on social media.
So
That INEC, American Secretary Kutamara Say Nigeria now have the first female president.
Okay, based on the revelation of
Based on the releasing of the certificate.
So that means Nigeria now have female president, Madam Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Madam Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
That is what you are saying.
Mrs. I don't say Madam because it's old.
She already have a wife, a first lady.
Mama Ahmed Tinubu, President of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mama Ahmed Bola Tinubu, Mama Federal Republic of Nigeria. So now let me tell you, Nigeria is a very shameful thing to 200 million Nigerians. Yes, now. Our students who we are paying for school fees for. So there is something different from Meshoma from Anambra who forged the result and apologize to the whole nation. Tinubu should apologize. It's a shameful thing to Nigerians. Let me tell you. It's too late.
It's too late. It's too late for him.
Not too late.
It's too late. Yeah, it's too late. It's too late.
Come and take the whole world.
If he says he's apologized, you mean Nigerians should pardon him for taking an oath, of course, under falsified documents.
If Meshoma came out to apologize to the world, Tinubu too has to come out. When he come out, Nigeria can forgive him. We will now know that, first women in Nigeria has become president of Nigeria. But let me tell you, despite that is a shame to this country. Then he's going to have a shame anywhere he goes with other president and African president. Let me tell you the truth.
Do you foresee the possible impeachment?
That will not work because all of them there. You couldn't attack all of them. They all for resort. They don't have resort. All of them you see there, they don't have resort. Don't you see when they were doing screening? They were asking you when they ask for resort where you come from, Chicago, Abracadabra, this is. Akpabio will say, take a bow and go.
I'll go. Now you said you heard about something.
When someone forged the result, I had one of my colleagues here saying that the original copy of the Bola Ahmed certificate got burnt. Yes. I heard when he said that. But mind you, America is not Nigeria. Yes, now. They are well organized. They use system. Yes, now. So if your certificate got burnt, you can generate another one through the system. Of course. Yes, now. And it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change when the same year. The same everything. Everything about the information will come out. Yes, now. Yes, now. So telling now that the original copy got burnt,
so you have to go and forge another.
It's an eyesore. It's an eyesore. Yes, now. And you are talking to advanced world. You are talking to America. You are talking to the rest of the world. So to me, I am seeing there is a discrepancy. Yes. That it is obvious that it's a forgery result. But I heard somebody saying that she come and apologize. To me, it's a criminal act.
Yes, now, of course, under the law, it's a forgery.
To me, it's a criminal act. So apology may not be granted at this time. And Chicago University should not allow their image to be dented.
Of course, their image is already at stake. The former the president said that he's going to sue Tinubu for such for dragging his name to the mud.
Yes. So at this time, can we allow a criminal, someone that can forge the results, someone that can try to influence the Western world? He has influenced people here to control ruling us. Yes.
Well, I think subject to the more revelations we got.
Okay, there's something I want to say. When Trump was there, look at Buhari and say, sick president in Nigeria. Now we have another president again, who they say the first result. But I'm waiting for Atiku to come out and tell the whole world what he saw in that certificate. The another thing is that Nigeria are mumus.
They are bugus.
Nigerians are mugus.
Bugus.
You know why?
Confirm.
My brother.
Confirm bugus.
I don't know 200 million Nigeria. How many army does they have and government? They are no more than 7% compared to 99% in Nigeria. Look at this strike. That okay, you increase labor salary. What of other Nigerians who are not working? What of the people who are not working?
Who are into private sector and self-employed?
All this union, oh my God, they break my heart. They break my heart. You see, I don't know. What look at this political party too, PDP, ANPP, Labour, they just quiet. Nobody's talking. People have caged everybody. My brother,
I being the president of NLC have disappointed.
I don't know, it's an Igbo man. See, let me tell you, that's why I always say, you see, no, it's an Igbo man. You see, that's why I always say, I don't know, be Lagos. Deba abuse Oshomole. Oshomole is my brother. When Oshomole was there, at least he still press Obasanjo to his tenor. You know, several times. Yes. Now when Ajero came, I was happy as Igbo man. Whether Delta, Igbo, they are the same, no different. But I was, pulling power, supporting him because I remember me and Kule almost fought. That the Igbo man is there now, he's going to change the situation. At least if it's 2 days, Nigeria supported you. Why don't you listen to Nigerians?
Maybe they have seen the damage it could do to this system.
With damage, it's not a way to. Okay?
No, they see the Igbo protest goes on.
Damage already. What did remain again? Is anything remaining again? It's damage. It's sick. Like the Titanic, Titanic ship that's sick. It's there. Nigeria is here. Now, in your whole language, Nigeria to Lule. Nigeria to Lule. That's what Tinubu said.
Okay, let's see your own.
Regards to strike NLC and the other
Federal government.
Yes, other union planning for strike. I want to assure you, immediately after Oshomole as leader of Labour Party, we have never had another Labour leader. All these ones are flawed. These ones, they will come up and be shouting they want to go for protest, they want to go to strike, they want to do this. They are not helping Nigeria. They are fighting for their private interest, their own personal interest. They can corner them, and I know the government of the day, they can influence, they can corner you, they can bribe you, they can give you all you are asking for in order to stop your ambition to the detriment of the masses. So I am saying there's no confidence in NLC. As of today, there's no confidence.
Honestly.
Yes.
I passed vote of no confidence.
I am only suggesting one thing to Nigerians. During the time of ENSAS, there's no leader. So if Nigeria must strike, if Nigeria must protest, it will be like the ENSAS period. No leader to hold responsible. Nobody to hold as a financier. Nobody to hold anywhere. You are protesting here. Someone is protesting in Bega. Somebody is protesting in Abuja. Somebody is protesting everywhere. The world will hear your voice. Nobody to hold responsible. Here, Ajero is one person. In fact, I will call him a hungry man. He need money. That's why they can bribe him. Since this tenor, I've been hearing strike will take place Tuesday, and at the end of the day, nothing happens. So can Nigeria keep waiting and hearing all this rubbish? So it is high time Nigeria wake up and protest by themselves.
So do you think the Nigerian can oppose this certificate issue and demand for the resignation of the president?
Yes, of course, because it has to do with character assassination. This thing, someone's character have died, and somebody with that character cannot be a president of a country. When you find out that everything about you is forgery, the certificate, you would have come up and said that you have a school cert. It will be accepted than telling us that you have a certificate in Chicago University and have this and all lies in order only to achieve your biggest ambition to rule Nigeria. And since the day of inauguration till now, Nigeria have never laughed. Nigeria have never laughed.
Look at this forgery of this result. When that girl of Jam scored the highest score, she understand it became a problem. They said, how did she get that result? The fact that she forced that result, they wanted to crucify her. look at the same thing what the president is doing. Is he showing good example? Why would they crucify that girl? Even them, they are even crucifying the girl. They are doing the same thing.
Now, how will the Committee of Nations be looking an average Nigerian, even in diaspora?
That is why the common Nigerian
And the green card.
yes, see, the youth of today now, what are they looking up to? They're looking up to our president. Okay, one day I'll be like him. One day I'll be like this. One day I'll be like Matiku. One day I'll be like Ahmed Tinubu. But now, what do you want them to think about? When all this is happening, that is it. So they think that see, this life, anything you do it to a particular stage, and have peace of mind and rest.
And somebody said that Asarok is shaking. Do you agree with that?
Asarok is shaking.
Of course, with this development.
Of course, there is panic. There is panic in Asarok. Yes, because they didn't expect the result to come out in this form.
Yes.
And there is America can take it up.
Yes.
Because they wouldn't like to damage the image of the university and America at large. They are the defender of democracy in the world. I believe they will stand for democracy and fight for democracy anytime, any day.
Yes.
So Asarok will be shaken because Nigerians may not accept it if finally he is a victim of that. So regards to the Nigerian the personality of Nigeria and this thing, of course they have devalued the Nigerian passport anywhere in the world.
Yes, no.
They have devalued it to the last, to the extent that ordinary Niger passport has more value than Nigerian passport. So anywhere you present green passport, I was coming from somewhere, somebody brought out Nigerian passport, I brought out Nigerian passport. Can you imagine? They detain me. They detain me for hours, more than if they were even asking me what will you do, because somebody is supposed to be demanding for damages. They're supposed to pay me $300 for an hour of delay at the airport.
Wow.
And I saw another person that brought out American passport. In fact, he was honored. And immediately they asked him, "Oh, come this way." They took him to a particular place because he has American passport, a passport with honor. Nigerian passport have been devalued to the last. In fact, I'm even ashamed of using our Nigerian passport traveling. So imagine a country where everybody wants to run away from it. We have personnel here. Everybody want to. If you ask average Nigeria, you want to travel out, not to return back. You want to travel out to go and have a greener pasture somewhere else. So tell me what a country. What a country. As for me, my source of livelihood is not from the Nigerian government. Of course, yes. God supplies all my needs according to his riches in glory. So I am not running dry and I will not run dry. So, but I am talking that Nigerians should wake up and do something about their government. Yes, if they refuse to talk, the situation will worsen.
So the situation will worsen, not just Jaba. Mr. Andrew, I think you have listened to that. Not just condemning those who are in Nigeria, Mr. Uche. Of course, you need to do something. It's about your country. Leaving the source of the country is not solving the problem. So what can you do at this time to ensure that the country under whose passport you love the source of this country will be redeemed? What are you doing? Let's know. What are your plans towards the redemption of Nigeria, if that is possible?
Well, this is our country. What we have to do is that, see, the problem that we have now is between me and you. It's an agreement. Do you understand? Anything you want to do, if two parties doesn't agree, it cannot work fine. No good thing can work in Nigeria. No matter how you try. Because there is somebody that will be there to oppose that thing to not work for its own selfish interest. And that been happening before our forefathers. Till now, it's still happening.
You really mean that no good thing will happen in Nigeria because of tribal sentiments and political interests?
Yes, that is my own perspective for how I see it.
Now, will you at this time blame those who are calling for self-determination, like the Oduduwa nation, the Biafran nation, who want to separate and go their separate ways?
Nigeria is a country. The problem of Nigeria is a country that is being united by British government. Nigeria was amalgamated in 1914. Since that time, that was a grievous mistake by British government. I say grievous mistake. The three nations that does not believe one thing. A nation means you're supposed to have one nation addition, not one vision. If there are, for instance, I used to watch World Cup, see other countries, anybody, to the extent that those in National Assembly cannot even recite national anthem.
Yes.
What are you defending? If you cannot recite our national anthem, what are you defending?
You are a senator.
So Nigeria shouldn't be won from the beginning, because that is the problem. No national ideology. We don't believe one thing. We don't unite in any way. We are forcing ourselves to be one. Hausa man doesn't believe in Igbo man. Neither does Hausa man believe in Yoruba man. Indirectly, it's in the heart. Nobody come up at the elite will not tell you. It's there, and you can never you cannot say it's not there. It's there. So what will happen is that one day it will come. You will hear. It's only Yoruba that is uniting Nigeria as at now. If Oduduwa will come up and say they are demanding for their nation, that's the end. Hausa have indirectly want to go. Igbos, of course, you know now they want to go. Yorubas doesn't want to. They don't want to go. Yoruba don't want to go.
It will be better.
Yorubas don't want to go. So because they don't want to go, they want Nigeria to be one. I don't know their reasons. I don't know. They have their resources in their own territory. Yes, they have. So after all, other distant tribes have developed their
own region.
Their region as well. But yet they don't want. So are they parasites? Must you survive through other people? So allow others. I believe that if there is a nation like Biafra today, to tell you the truth, they will suffer for 5 years. Then after 5 years, they'll begin to export so many things to other parts of the world. And that is when you hear that Hausa man is coming to Onitsha to look for work. That is when you hear that a Yoruba man is coming to Anambra to look for work. Going to Aba to look for work.
Because the ingenuity in them seems to have been caged by the Nigerian system.
So can you imagine a nation that has seen a talent dying? Go to Nneula, the Innocent is producing vehicles of different types. Nigerian government refused to assist him, refused to endorse him. How can he excel without the nation's support? A country like China will give you all it takes to produce for us and to our citizens, and also for export. At least other nations in Africa would have been buying from Nigeria, vehicles produced by Nigerians.
What is means that we have everything in this country to succeed. At the end, we have everything in this country to make it. At the end, we are the ones suffering for it. Why? We are helping other countries, leaving our own country that is the most important.
Are you from which state?
I'm from Kosovo State. Yes, my name is Moses Basi. Yes, I will always speak for justice and die by justice. That is it.
Yes, we have everything it takes, both human capacity, the natural resources are in abundance, relative abundance. But yet, Nigerians, you can imagine, unbelievable that Nigeria, more than 70 to 80 or 85% of Nigerian population is considered to be multidimensionally poor in the midst of abundance. So, how do we get out of this?
Well,
the government keep on borrowing, sharing. Without the borrowing has been revealed by the current statistics that over $1 billion plus dollars has been borrowed by this government that is less than 150 days today.
This money that they are even borrowing itself, that they are saying they are borrowing, if you can see what they are using the money for, it will be more better. You understand? They use that money to open institutions for people that less privilege. You understand? Any profession that you can do, you gather scale people, small scale retail for them. Show that they will not sit at home. How can you work, go to school, your own effort and own efforts? You make money, you go to school to gain knowledge. At the end, nothing to show for it. No job for you. So what's the essence of you going to school? It's like somebody that is sitting down without nothing.
And all the money, time spent, years, seems to be lying fallow, a waste.
That is it.
Even when you should have created and contributed to the development of the country,
yes,
but you are not given the opportunity.
Yes, I don't blame somebody that doesn't go to school. Because if you're going to school now, wasting that money now, or looking for that money, working hard to earn that money to go to that school, and at the end, there are some people that are graduate first class, they are downfall drivers, they are conductors, they are bike Okada men.
Okada riders.
Yes, till today, going from one place to another, tomorrow, till today, they are fed up.
Just as you are coming from Cross River, which is oil producing states.
Yes.
What stop you from working from Chevron and all that? Have you ever enjoyed any privilege from being an oil producing indigent?
Well, see, if you don't enjoy from that oil, so many other things are there. Look at the country, the state alone, Cross River State. Everything you need is there. You understand? When the first before the central before they took it to Abuja, it was Calabar.
Yes,
capital. Yes, it was Calabar. You understand? When you come there, you want to learn about slave trade, or you that you are a little kid that you have never heard of, you just heard about it, you have not seen it. Come to Calabar State, you see all those things. They are intact, for people to see. You understand? Calabar is a nice place. That is why foreign investors come to Calabar. You understand? For Calabar is a place they call small London. You come there, the hotels, everywhere is neat. When you come to Calabar, you want to go again. That's why I like that country. The way they will embrace you, you want to go. The way they will treat you. See, Calabar people are known for one thing, culture.
So are they experiencing the same insecurity across the nation?
Yes, there's yes, there's a security in the yes, there's present security
issues.
Yeah. Maybe at night or one or two things, you understand. That is it. But that place is very peaceful. You come there, you relax, you understand, stay there for maybe 1 or 2 months and everything. Your job, everything. You want to come back. Look at the carnival they do. Make other people for other countries.
As a way of generating revenue, foreign revenue,
yes.
Through tourism.
When our president, our governor, Donald Duke, wanted to become president, they didn't want him to become bad people. Because this country would have been like London. You will not lack anything. The same way Calabar is, that's the same way Lagos will be. Everybody will enjoy.
In terms of beauty, compare Lagos and Calabar. Which one?
You can see let me say, if they talk about 100, Calabar is like 99.
In terms of beauty,
yes, everything. Nigeria is far away. Lagos is far away here. That is why, if you go to Calabar, there are many things that will enlighten you to be a Calabar person. You understand?
and to live there.
The way they live, the way they honor you, the way they receive you, you understand? Everything you want to go. The way they speak, you won't want to learn the language. You understand? That is why I like that state. And I'm proud of it, to be a Calabar person.
Well, thank you so much for advertising your own region. I hope I will be there one day to eat, of course, the local diet.
Everything is talk about dishes. We have the best so far, best cook so far. In everything they do, we are always number one.
So, where do you see Nigeria in the next 5 years with what is happening?
I don't see them.
Is there any feature you can identify Nigeria with any better prospects?
For now, I can't see them moving. I see them in the same spot. The same spots, being stagnant in the same spot, not moving forward, because they don't want to learn from their mistakes. They want to continue that same mistakes, and they think that that's the best way for them.
Are you referring to the politicians or the masses of this country?
The politicians too, they are included. The politicians, they are the most included in this matter. That is it. They have to change the way of life.
Do you think they can change it since everything is at their beck and call? They are enjoying the government, looting and then being, experiencing increment in his salaries and their salaries take homes. Why Nigerian masses are dying of hunger? As you rightly said, a family man can no longer cater for the family. Basic needs, foods, becomes almost impossible.
See, before this incident happened, a common man will dip his hand into his pocket and care for the fellow Nigerian. 5,000. Say, okay, fine. You have an account and bless you. And say, okay, fine. He has the feeling for you. But now, he cannot even do half of it because of he's thinking of his own family too. Like the little I have, let me use and take care of my own family. I don't know where the next one will come. That is it. So anyone that, even though it's 500 he has now, it's like 1 billion to him. That is it.
And the prices of food are skyrocketing.
Yes, even rice. Do you understand? You cannot even afford rice. A common Nigerian cannot even afford it. Before we can treat from you can afford it. You eat in the morning, afternoon. But now, many people eat, even though they see that food once in the day, they thank God. That is it. Now nobody can eat 3 times a meal. Because when you go there to go and buy, you buy today, tomorrow you go back there, the prices is different. That is it. So I don't know where this country is going to. I don't know. But I keep on praying. I was a little kid till when I was born till now. They're still telling me that ego better, ego. When will it be good? When? When? I don't know. I regret to be a Nigerian. I regret to be. If it was an option, they okay from Nigeria and other countries. Okay, fill in the space. Which your second choice? I will. I'll claim another man's country and live on.
You will claim another man's country and live on. And the reason why most of diasporans, burden in diaspora, left because they saw that there was no future for this country and they have to jump when they have the opportunity.
They don't come back at all. 10 years, 20 years, they even die there themselves.
Yeah, some prefer dying in outside the shores of this country than identifying with the Nigerian state.
Die being an American than die being a Nigerian. That is it. You don't have even a job in the UK as a student or anything. You don't have anything doing. But the government will cater for you for some month till you have something doing. They will give you a job token that you use to help yourself to a particular stage, a particular age. But Nigeria cannot do it. Even the school that Tinubu said that you collect loan and do everything, it's not even functioning because if you know what is entitled to it, you want to even go.
No, the bottleneck is not accessible by ordinary people. You have to provide a civil servant of level 13 or so. Provide this and this. And for how much? By the time you are done with the process, you have even spent the money you are trying to assess, which you have to pay back. Thank you so much.
Even Fela self have said it, suffering and smile. That's what you are facing now. All those things that Fela have said, it's not happening now. That's why they killed him. Because they knew that that he will speak for the nation.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate you for this wonderful submissions and time. Yes, God bless you, and do have a fantastic day ahead. Yes, SM fans, on this note, we'll wrap it up today. I hope you have enjoyed these discussions and interactions and in-depth analysis and perception, public perceptions on the matters arising and of course, bothering on our existence as a people. Thank you once again, and I hope you will subscribe to this if you have not done so. Please kindly give us a thumbs up so that the videos will be regularly available for other audience to have a view of what is happening here. And don't forget, of course, to join the membership, YouTube membership, channel membership, of course, opportunity by hitting the join button and supporting us as well. Thank you once again. Do have a splendid week, of course, our day ahead. Remain blessed, and don't forget to, of course, pray for Nigeria or humanity within this political space, because we are passing through a very difficult time. And as the future is somehow spelling doom, but let's hope that all goes down well. But whatever happens, let humanity be preserved. Of course, you have heard it from Mr. Moses Bassey. He said that he regrets being a Nigerian, and if he has any second opportunity to choose between any other country, he would prefer being an alien, identifying with a foreign country, and possibly die there than being a Nigerian. Is that the same, of course, position with you? Let's know via the comment section. And for, of course, Estim fans who has commented in the course of this discussion, thank you so much for being part of this program. Mr. Frank Ibe, Mr. Onushosan. Okay, thank you so much. If I do not pronounce your name very well, Mr. Andrew has been there, and Mr. Kainde, thank you, or Mrs. or Mr. Kainde, whichever one. Thank you so much, and the host of others who participated in this show this morning. Until we come your way in the next edition, remain blessed. Chigozie Ndibo, wishing you all the best.